All right, we are live, gentlemen, as we are prepared for the nightcap on our playoff triple header. Let me get this link posted out there for everybody to see. Here's the link to join. All right, so that's good to go. And here's our game, everybody. We are live from Seattle, where the Seahawks are hosting the New Orleans Saints in this NFC divisional playoff. Seahawks come into the game 15-2 after winning their first round playoff game, and the Saints won theirs to go to 12-5. There's a 7-yard pass. Russ Wilson hits Greg Olson, and Seahawks are 1st and 10 at the 41. 9 minutes left in the first quarter. We just came in. The game was already 5 minutes into it. Let's take a look here. Looks like the Saints had the opening possession of the game, went 8 plays, 51 yards, and failed on a 4th down conversion attempt at the 24-yard line. So they turned it over on downs. We're 6 plays into the Seahawks' first drive. Here comes play number 7. It's a flare pass out to the right, and that's a 1st down conversion to tight end Will Dissly. 1st and 10 now at the New Orleans 27-yard line. Here's a quick out to Jacob Hollister. And 0 men in that zone is going to result in a 9-yard gain. And that's going to set up a very manageable 2nd down and 1 at the 18. Now into the red zone, halfway through the first quarter here. Russell Wilson, a perfect 6 for 6 on the day. And he's going to sneak it, and he's going to run through for a 5-yard pickup there. An easy 1st down to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Seattle. Off tackle run, Chris Carson. And on wrong, Carson's going to hit a short gain, and he's got a 1st down run. He's coming up short of the goal line, though. He rolled an 11, and that was 11 yards. So that sets up a 1st and goal at the 2. Here's a sneak to Russell Wilson. He's keyed. It doesn't matter. It's a touchdown. There is a flag and offsetting penalties. So we're going to do it all over again. Credit to Coach Dan Sir on defense there for keying the quarterback correctly. But it's still 1st and goal at the 2. Full house formation for the Seahawks. We're going to key Carlos Hyde this time, but it's a sneak again. And Russ Wilson's into the end zone again. But there's a penalty. And this one is on Seattle only, and it's going to back him up 10 yards. So a huge holding call marches the Seahawks back to 1st and goal at the 12-yard line. I'll go to the blocking back formation and dump a screen out to the tailback, Chris Carson, and incomplete. There was a linebacker in zone, and he got a 4 on the white die. And linebacker Demario Davis makes the play. So 2nd and goal at the 12 now. Chris Carson, the tailback. Blocking back formation, Russell Wilson. He's back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. And Russell Wilson connects. That's a big gainer, nice 10-yard gain. That's going to set up a 3rd and goal at the 3. Actually, I'm sorry, a 9-yard gain to Will Dissly. And a big 3rd down here. 3rd and goal on the 3 for the Seahawks on their opening drive of this game. They'll go to the full house, and they're going to pitch it out wide. Carlos Hyde's going to try to get the corner, and he does. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, or I should say Carlos Hyde. I apologize. Carlos Hyde goes end run wrong and gets on a 7, 3 yards exactly, just enough to get to the end zone. And the Seahawks draw first blood here with the game's first touchdown, 6-0, and they're going to go for 2. Dennis plays a little analytics. I've seen him do this before. So from the 2-yard line, they're going to try for that 2-point conversion. Full house formation. Defense gets his run, but he's back to pass. He's looking for Greg Olson, tight end, and he's in there. He converts. And on the opening drive for the Seahawks, they assume an 8-0 lead in this one. Kick off to the Saints. They'll take it at the 25-yard line on the touchback, and it's 1st and 10 there for New Orleans. We already mentioned their opening drive of the game. Ended in turnover on downs on a 4th down at the 24-yard line of Seattle. Little dump pass to the outside. Draquan Smith gets it for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 2nd down and 4, New Orleans at their own 31. Walking back formation, and it's going to be an off tackle. Left side, Alvin Kamara. Just a pickup of 3. It went to the defensive card. Seahawks with a pretty good looking defensive run card. And it's going to be the difference here, holding them to 3rd down and 1. So the Saints at 3rd and 1 at their own 34. Latavius Murray's going to sub in at tailback. In the blocking back formation, Kamara's going to split out wide. And it's going to be a sideline pass to Kamara. Receiver is the result and incomplete. Kamara only has 2 incompletions on flat pass right, but he got one there. And so 4th and 1 decision time for the Saints. They're at their own 34, and they're going to go for it. So Saints going for it, 4th and 1. Their opening drive ended on a 4th down in Seattle territory. Their second drive, they have a 4th and 1 at their own 34. They're down 8-0. Late first quarter, blocking back formation. Kamara's the tailback. Seahawks showing blitz out of the 4-3. Big early down in this game. Saints inside their own 35. And it's a sneak to Breeze and a 2-yard pickup. Got it on the defensive card on a 7 with a linebacker there. It was 2 yards. Interesting if that had been an 8, that was nothing doing. But he does get that 4th down conversion and a big one. So 1st and 10 for the Saints at their own 36. Oh, we've got a fumble here. The ball's on the ground. I can't tell if it was a snap fumble or if it was Kamara. Looks like that was recovered by the Saints. So, yeah, it was actually Alvin Kamara that fumbled that handoff. And the Saints get it back, though. 2nd and 8. Flushed out of the pocket now. Breeze looking for a target. He's got a short gain on his card. Hits the 3, and it's a 13-yard completion and a 1st down across the 50 to the Seattle 49-yard line. Adam Troutman on the reception there. His first catch of the game. And the Saints 1st and 10 at the 49. Breeze back to pass, and he's going to do a little dump out to the left there. He's going to Alvin Kamara, and he's tackled immediately. A loss of 2 yards. Quick tackle there by Trey Flowers, and it's 2nd down and 12. Kamara stays in the game. And it's a button hook to him over the middle and a pickup of 4 yards on the defensive card. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 8 here. Blocking back formation again. Seahawks will go into the nickel on 3rd and 8. Back to pass, Breeze. He was looking long, but he is flushed out of the pocket. That receiver was double teamed that he was targeting. And we have a little dump pass that's incomplete. And so that's going to set up a 4th down, 4th and 8 at the Seattle 47. And we've got a coffin corner punt coming up here. And Thomas Moorhead, okay job there, goes out of bounds at the 12, and the Seattle will take over there. 1st and 10. Seahawks from their 12. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hawks up at home, 8-0. Tailback is Carlos Hyde, and is going to go off tackle to Hyde. Just a pickup of 2 there on the defensive card. 2nd down and 8. Both of these teams have good run defenses. Saints are rated good against the run. Off tackle again, consecutive off tackle calls to Carlos Hyde. Defense's guessing pass. That's a 5-yard pickup. Carlos Hyde on his card, and that sets up a 3rd and 3. You mentioned the Seahawks are good against the run. The Saints, are good against the run. Seahawks are good to excellent. 3rd and 3, back to pass, and Russ is looking deep. He's throwing to an empty zone there, and he's got it. Tyler Lockett makes the catch, and he is loosened across the 50, inside the 30, to the 20, down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 68 yards. Russ Wilson to Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks are in business again in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. 2 tight end formation. Carlos Hyde, the tailback. And it's a button hook over the middle to Hyde, incomplete on the defensive card. And it's 2nd down and 10. We've already had 3 teams advance here in the divisional round. Chiefs, Rams, and Steelers are all making it to the conference championship games. The winner of this game will host the Rams. There's an off tackle. Carson plows through for 9 yards wrong on his card, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 1 for the Seahawks at the 4. They'll run to the full house formation. Saints in a 4-3. It's an inside run. Chris Carson, he's got a 1st down, but there is a penalty, and that's going to be against the offense. Illegal motion backs it up 5 yards. So 3rd and 6 now from the 9. That'll change the full house formation call on 3rd and 6. Seahawks are going to run to a 2 tight end formation. Will Dissly and Greg Olsen are your bookends. Metcalf and Lockett outside. Carson is the tailback. Saints in a 4-3. Big 3rd down and 6 at the 9. And he's going to run it. A bunch of the receivers are double teamed, but it's off tackle Chris Carson. And unfortunately, just a 2-yard gain for the Seahawks. So that's going to make it 4th and 4 at the 7. And Jason Myers is coming on for the 24-yard field goal. Lines it up, and that's good. 2 through 11 is what he needed. It hits a 9, and the Seahawks score again. And at the 12-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, Seattle is up on New Orleans, 11-0. Deontay Harris, the ensuing kickoff is returned 25 yards. He's got it out to the 27, and the Saints will take over there. They'll go back to the blocking back formation. It's a pitch out. Alvin Kamara, there's a linebacker there, and he hits him. KJ Wright drills Kamara for a loss of 4 yards on that one. Went to the defensive card with a linebacker there, and that's 2nd and 14. They're going to pitch out again to Kamara, and that's nothing doing. Good call on the defense to call run on that one, and Kamara found a 0 on his card, so back-to-back runs for Kamara, and it's 3rd and 14 now at the 23. So 3 wide receivers are going to split out for New Orleans. Seattle is dropping into the nickel. Breeze out of the shotgun. And he's looking deep, but here comes the blitz, and he's down. Brought down by Benson Mayowa. A loss of 11, and it's 4th and 25 at the 12. Saints are punting away. That's a good punt. 52-yard boomer. All the way back inside the 40. And down there, so the Seahawks will take over. 9:54 to go in the 2nd, up 11-0. 1st and 10 at their 37. That sack by Mimosa, who I may have pronounced it wrong. He took advantage of an injury to Ryan Ramczyk, I believe is who it was. I took a look at this in scouting for the game. And yeah, Ryan Ramczyk is a player who's a perfect blocker. 7 pass blocks, 6 run block. And a 0 replaces him, and that cost a sack there in that key moment. 2nd and 10 now for the Seahawks at their own 35 after an incompletion to Greg Olsen. Carson, the tailback, in a blocking back formation. Back to pass, looking short to Will Dissly. He's got it, and that's complete for 12 yards and a first down. Penalty, though. Let's see what we've got. And that's going to be neutral zone infraction on New Orleans. Declined here by Seattle, and so it's 1st and 10. Seahawks are at the 23. Guessing run, but it's a short pass. Russ Wilson hits Jacob Hollister, 11 yards. 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 12-yard line. Russ Wilson lighting up the passing game. Has him on the doorstep again. Here's an off-tackle run, Carlos Hyde, and a pickup of 5 yards on that one. 5 on the white die, beat the tackle there on the right side. And it's 2nd and 5 at the 7. Seahawks will drop into the full house. Guessing run, it is a run. Off tackle, Chris Carson, and he's drilled. Brought down in the backfield by Alex Anzoni. And it's 3rd and 7 at the 9. They'll stay in the blocking back formation with Carson as the tailback. Saints will stay in the nickel. Coach Sir wants 4 men in that short pass zone, but it's an off-tackle run. Chris Carson, just a pickup of 3. So 2nd drive in a row where the Seahawks have had a 3rd and semi-long and elected to run for it and couldn't get it. So they're going to settle for another field goal here. It's up and good. Jason Myers hits it, and that makes it 14-0. 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Seahawks up by 2 touchdowns, although they didn't get there the traditional way. A touchdown, a 2-point conversion on their opening drive, and a pair of field goals. And with 6 minutes left, New Orleans down 2 scores. They take over at their 25. Pitch out to Kamara here, and this time he's through. That's a big gainer, 30 yards around the left end. Kamara on his card finally got a run on wrong and took full advantage there. That 30-yard gain puts him at the Seattle 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Defense guesses run, but this time he's passing, and Breeze, he's got his tight end, Jared Cook, 11 yards and a first down to the Seattle 34. 2 quick plays, and the Seahawks are already toward borderline field goal range. Defense guessing pass. It's a run again. Off tackle Kamara, and he's got his short gain on his card. Kamara's heating up 15 yards inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 Saints at the 19 as they are quickly moving through this defense on this drive. Blocking back formation, 4-3 showing blitz for the Seahawks. Quick out pass to the tight end, Jared Cook, and that's complete for 9 yards. And he actually just rolled a fumble, too. That might be on the ground. It is, and let's see who has it. And it is recovered at the 10-yard line by the Seahawks, and they will fall on it there. So Jared Cook got a nice 9-yard reception near the, to get inside the 10-yard line, but it was a fumble roll. 1 through 6, only a 1 was a fumble, but he hit the 1, fumbled the ball, lost it. Huge turnover in this game, and the Seahawks take over. And on first down, Seahawks, Carlos Hyde ran for 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 at the 14. Here's a short pass, and DK Metcalf has it, a pickup of 16 yards on receiver result. And just like that, Seattle out to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. 3:18 to go here in the second period. Defense guessing pass, but it's a run. Chris Carson, 4 yards off tackle. Apologies, I said Chris Carson. That one was to Carlos Hyde. 2nd down and 6. And here's a quick out to the tight end, Will Dissly. Result is receiver and incomplete. And that's going to set up 3rd and 6, Seattle at the 34. Russ Wilson really hot here in the first half. Even after that incompletion, he's 12 of 16 for 194. He's got 3 wide receivers split out on this one with Freddie Swain in the slot. And he's back to pass. He's throwing short. DK Metcalf has it again. 11 yards and a first down out to the 45-yard line. And we have reached the 2-minute warning here in Seattle as the home team is shutting out the Saints. The Seahawks up 14-0, and the Seahawks have the ball here at their own 45. These last 2 minutes here are going to be very important. There's a run 4 yards for Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde has 8 carries, 29 yards in this game, just a 3.6 average. He's actually carried it twice more than Chris Carson. Hyde stays in the game here on 2nd and 6 with a 2 tight end set. Saints out of the 4-3, minute 37 to go. And it's an off tackle again to Carlos Hyde. Defense is guessing pass and nothing doing. Hyde hits 5 on his card. No gain. And so it's 3rd down and 6. Another big down for both teams. Seattle is 3 of 5 today on 3rd downs. The Saints are 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. Certainly a separator at this point. The Seahawks come out in a 3 wide receiver set. Freddie Swain back into the slot, and the Saints are going to show the nickel. Both teams have all 3 timeouts as we're staring at this 3rd down, and nobody wanted to call timeout till they knew what happens here, I think. It only makes sense. Here comes the play call. It's a short pass to Greg Olsen. He is double teamed. Good call on the defense there. Coach Dan Sir, in a clutch moment, makes a clutch call. Double teams the receiver. Gets the right one, and it's incomplete. 4th down and 6 with 60 seconds to go. And here comes the coffin corner punt by the Seahawks, and they've got that out of the 3-yard line. A nice punt, but offsides against Seattle. So the punt went out again at the 3-yard line. Excellent effort there by the punter, Michael Dixon, but penalty makes him try it again from the 44 of their on his side. And that's going to be a punt down to the 6-yard line. Deontay Harris fielding it there. Oh, and he's muffed it. It's on the turf. Big opportunity here for the Seahawks. But that is recovered by the Saints. Boy, that is not what you want to see with 45 seconds left. Whew. The Saints survive that scare, and they take over 1st and 10 at their own 5. 45 seconds left, but with all 3 timeouts. Defense is guessing pass on a deep pass to Jared Cook, and it's incomplete. Breeze on his own card. I assume that Dan Sir was thinking maybe he would guess run and be looking to stop me here deep. I like the play call, actually. Dennis wasn't taking the bait, though. And on 2nd and 10, here's a button hook to Alvin Kamara. And on his card receiver, a nice pickup, 9 yards. Kamara with a great flat pass card and took advantage of it there. It's 3rd and 1. The clock ran down to 8 seconds. Nobody's taking any timeouts here, so I think that works in the favor of the Saints, probably. Blocking back formation. Nickel defense by the Seahawks. Here's a flat pass to Kamara. That's going to be a pickup of 5 yards. It's a 1st down, but it's out to the 19, and yes, indeed. Both teams sitting on 3 timeouts, happy to let us run to the halftime gun, and we have done so. So your halftime score here in Seattle, the home team is shutting out the Saints. Seahawks up 14-0. Coach Dan Sir making the comment that it's a brutal half for him. We've all had those for sure. Let's take a look at a little bit of the stats here while we have a moment. Not surprising. Seattle has outgained them 263 to 132, so almost precisely a 2-1 edge. And the passing's where the real difference is. 205 yards passing in that first half on 13 of 18 passing for Russ Wilson and just 90 yards passing for Drew Brees. Only 4 penalties in the game, 4 fumbles by the Saints. Fortunately for them, they only lost 1, and that's the only turnover in this game. So the opening possession of the second half goes to the Seahawks at their own 25, and they're going to start with an off tackle to Chris Carson and a pickup of 5 on the defensive card. 2nd and 5 at the 30. Carson still has plenty of carries left, a heavy dose of Carlos Hyde in the first half. Carson just 7 carries. On 2nd and 5, Carlos Hyde comes back in, and it's a quick out over to the left side, incomplete. There is a penalty, and New Orleans flagged for offside. Seattle accepts it, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. So 1st and 10, Seattle now at their 35. Carlos Hyde again behind those 2 tight ends. Defense is double teaming receivers, but it's an off tackle run. Carlos Hyde and nothing doing. 0. Hit that dreaded 5 on the running back card, and it's 2nd and 10. Blocking back formation, Carson comes back in. And then he's going to get keyed. They're keying Carson, but it's a little dump pass to the flat. Carson out of the backfield has 12 yards. As Russell Wilson has an exceptional card on flat pass wrong. That's good for a first down out to the 47-yard line. That's another quick out over to the left side to Jacob Hollister. Defense was double teaming Lockett. Hollister has 7 yards, and it's 2nd down and 3. Russell Wilson continues to carve through the Seattle defense, now 15 of 20 for 224. Defense guessing run, and he's back to throw. Short pass, DK Metcalf, incomplete. Metcalf had an opportunity on wrong there, but defensive card found a blank spot. We've got a 3rd and 3 here for the Seahawks at the 46 of New Orleans. 2 tight ends, and they're running off tackle to Chris Carson. That's 5 yards and a first down. Although, wipe it away, New Orleans accepted the penalty. Or New Orleans, I'm sorry, was flagged for offside. Seattle took the penalty instead of the yardage gain. And it's 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 41. There's an off tackle to Carlos Hyde and a pickup of 2. That was on the defensive card on the 6th, 2nd down and 8. The Seahawks fought most of that late season to try to win out that number 1 seed in the NFC playoffs, but gave it up to the Packers. Here's an interception over the middle. Russ Wilson on 2nd and 8 did a little look-in pass, and it is picked on his card. An 11 roll, set up a 2-4 split for the interception, and Sheldon Rankins nabs it. And so the turnovers are now even at 1 apiece. Saints take over at their 37. A big turnover in this game as they were staring at the possibility of falling 3 scores behind. Here's a dump pass to Kamara, and he's got 7 yards. Kamara with his 5th catch in this game. It's 2nd and 3. New Orleans at the 44-yard line. Kamara stays in the blocking back formation. 4-3 defense by the Seahawks. And this time they're running to Kamara off tackle. Just a 3-yard gain, but it's good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 47. That was a 7 on the defensive card. These teams don't give up a lot of run yardage on their cards. I'm sure Dan Sir was disappointed not to see that white dice deliver him something on Kamara's card. But he got the first down, and it's an off tackle on this play. This time it's Latavius Murray, and nothing doing, no gain. Again to the defensive card. And these 2 teams are going to have trouble running on the defensive card. 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's throwing to Jared Cook, and incomplete. Empty spot between 3 completions, and the Saints are now staring at a 3rd and 10 at their own 47. They'll stay in the blocking back formation with Kamara. Seahawks will drop to the nickel. Back to pass. It's a down and out pass. Or no, he's brought down. He never got rid of it. He is sacked on the play. And it's another sack by Benson Mayowa. His second sack of this game in two key situations. And again, Benson Mayowa is there as a replacement to the All-Pro Ryan Ramczyk. So that's a big injury for the Saints that has hurt in a couple of moments here. And so that forced a punt. Seahawks take over at their 10-yard line now. 8:24 to go here in the third quarter. Seahawks still up 14-0. They have the ball at their own 29. First down and 10. Carlos Hyde with a run of 4 yards on that off tackle. Second and 6, Seattle from their 33. Carlos Hyde continuing to get the lion's share of the carries so far. 13 carries for 39 yards, just a 3-yard average. Carson comes back in. And Chris Carson's going to get the call here. It's an off-tackle run, and Carson's got his number on his card. Short gain, 15 yards. And Chris Carson has the Seahawks out to the 48-yard line, first and 10. Off tackle again. This one's to Carlos Hyde, and it's 6 yards. Give Coach Sir credit for calling run on that one correctly to try to stop a fatigued Carlos Hyde, but he ran him anyway. He got it to the defensive car, and the 6 on the white die beat the nose tackle. Second and 4 now into New Orleans territory at the 46. And this time it's a button hook. Out of the backfield, it's DJ Dallas, and it's going to go to the Yak rating, and it's just a 1-yard gain on that one. So that's going to set up a big third down. Third and 3 for the Seahawks at the Saints' 45-yard line. Back to pass, short pass, and that's going to be incomplete, it looks like. Yes, incomplete on defender. And so he missed it, but there is a penalty, and it's a hold against Seattle. So do you want the 4th and 3 at the 45, or do you want the 3rd and 13 with the Seahawks back on their side of the field? Wow. I don't know. I think maybe you want the 4th and 3. But I don't know. That's a tough call. We'll see what they do here. As we sit here, we were waiting to see if he would take the penalty, and New Orleans does take the penalty. So it is still third down. Back the Seahawks up. And it's 3rd and 13 at their own 45. They're going to split 4 wide receivers out now. Russ Wilson in the shotgun. Chris Carson beside him. Nickel defense for the Saints. Makes me wonder who's got the Yak reading. Here's a sideline pass, Freddie Swain, and that's going to be complete, but only 9 yards. There's a penalty. And wouldn't you know, personal foul on the Saints. And a free first down to the 31-yard line for the Seahawks. So that's a huge penalty at the 5:24 mark of the third quarter here, extending the drive as the Seahawks look to go up by potentially 3 scores. 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard run there by DJ Dallas. 2nd and 7 at the 28. Here's an off tackle to Travis Homer and a 5-yard gain. And that's 3rd and 3 at the 24. It appears Coach Crowley is judiciously watching his carries for Chris Carson, but he's going to hand it to him here, and no good on that one. 2-yard loss sets up a 4th and 5 at the 26. And here comes a field goal attempt by Jason Myers. It's up and good. Jason Myers drills the 43-yarder. And at the 3:18 mark of the third quarter, the Seahawks have opened up a 17-0 lead on the Saints. Touchback, and the Saints will take over at their 25. Seahawks have outgained them 333 to 139 and 19 first downs to 10. So it's definitely a one-sided affair so far. There's a deep ball to Jared Cook and incomplete. As Breeze continues to struggle. Excuse me. Here we go. Defense guessing run. Deep ball to Emmanuel Sanders. Opportunity, and that's good. 31 yards. He got it on the defensive card, so maybe not the best possibility for him, but he'll take that 31-yarder into Seattle territory. 1st and 10 at the 44. I'll be right back. I need to get a drink and get a cough. Be right back. And on 2nd and 10, we got a pitch out to Kamara. It's a pickup of 6 yards. Thanks for your patience. 3rd down and 4 for the Saints at the Seattle 38. So a big 3rd down here. Kamara's in as the tailback in a blocking back formation. 4-3 blitz shown by the Seahawks. And here's a quick out pass, but he didn't get it off. He's sacked on 3rd and 4. A huge sack. Quadre Diggs drops him for an 8-yard loss. And that's going to force a punt. 4th and 12 at the Seattle 46. And that's a coffin corner punt. Goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So Seattle now has the same 17-0 lead. And 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. They've got the ball as well. 1st and 10 at their 10. They'll go to the blocking back formation. Defense calls run, but they're looking deep. Looking deep to Tyler Lockett and incomplete. Found the one empty spot up in the top part of Russ Wilson's card. Completions on 2, 4, 5, and 6, but he rolled the 3, 2nd and 10. Button hook into 2 linebackers, and it's actually going to be called away on a penalty. So back it up 5 yards. Play never happens, and it's 2nd and 15 now. Seahawks from their own 5-yard line. So a little bit delicate moment here. Off tackle draw, and it's a run call. So that's going to be a 1-yard loss. Chris Carson loses a yard. Dan Surra makes a great call on defense, and it's 3rd and 16, Seattle from the 4. Blocking back formation. Carson is in the tailback, standing in his own end zone right now. Nickel defense by the Saints. And he's going to go ahead and take a chance. He's dropping back to throw, and he's looking deep. Flushed out of the pocket, though. On 3rd and 16, Russell Wilson looking for another target. Result is receiver and a 6-yard pickup to Tyler Lockett. It actually ended up with a 6 on the white dice, getting 0 men in a flat. So he had an opportunity to convert, but didn't get it. So from the 10, he's punting, and a boomer. A 63-yard punt. Monster punt there by Michael Dixon. And Marquez Callaway returns at 5 yards, but that net puts New Orleans all the way back to their 32. So we're into the 4th quarter now, everybody. 14:06 to go. And here's a run by Kamara off tackle, and he's got into the secondary again. Another big one, 37 yards, all the way to the 31-yard line of Seattle. Kamara, 10 carries, 103 yards in this game now. Injured on the play, though, is Alvin Kamara. And I'm going to have to look to see how long he's out for. And there's a dump pass out of the backfield. Latavius Murray gets 9. 2nd and 1 at the Seattle 22. And that injury for Kamara takes him out for the rest of this game. Here's another screen to Latavius Murray, and he's got 13 yards and a 1st down inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. 1st and goal, Saints at the 9-yard line, finally on the doorstep. Blocking back, Latavius Murray. He's going to run off tackle, and just a 2-yard gain on that one, as the onside tackle did not match the 6 on the white die. So 2nd and goal at the 7 here. Blocking back formation, Latavius Murray is going to finish this game out as Kamara has fallen to injury on a big 37-yard run. Here's an off tackle to Murray, and he's going to lose a yard there. It's a penalty, and that's actually against the defense. Seattle flag for offsides, and that's going to make it second down and goal at the 3 for the Saints. 11:42 to go here. Seahawks holding on a 17-0 lead. Blocking back formation again. And he's going to drop back to pass, but he is sacked again. Breeze is dropped again. Quandre Diggs. His second sack. And that makes it third and goal at the 10-yard line. Saints will stay in the blocking back formation. 4-3 blitz from the Seahawks. And here's a screen to Latavius Murray out of the backfield, and he's got 7 yards, so it's not enough. Fourth and goal at the 3. You're down 17-0. I know you want the touchdown. 10:48 to go here in the fourth. I think you got to kick it and get within the 2 scores, right? That's not what Dan Surr is going to do. That's okay. I still like it. It's playoff time. It's the time to be bold. Fourth and goal at the 3. Blocking back formation. 4-3 blitz by the Seahawks. Latavius Murray set up as the tailback. Traquan Smith, Emmanuel Sanders split out wide. Breeze looking over the defense. We're waiting for the snap here. And there's the snap. It's a run call on defense and a run call. Latavius Murray. He gets 2 yards. He needed 3. And at the 1-yard line, Carlos Dunlap makes the big tackle to keep him out of the end zone again. The shutout is preserved at this point, 17-0. And it is a deep ball against a run defense. And he's got his man. Tyler Lockett has it. And he is across midfield to the 48-yard line of New Orleans. What a turnaround. Not only did they only get down to the 1-yard line and turn it over on downs, the long pass to Lockett gets them off the shadow of their goal line. And now a 10-yard pass to Will Dissly. And the Seahawks are 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 38-yard line. Here's a run call on the defense. Short pass. Greg Olsen. That one's incomplete. Finds a blank spot on Russ Wilson's card. But it's getting late early now for the Saints, trailing by 17. 9:18 to go. 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Will Dissly's the target, and he's got him. 13 yards and a first down to the 25-yard line. Russ Wilson now over 300 yards passing. Chris Carson in as the tailback here. 1st and 10 at the 25. They're going to key Carson, but it's a throw. Chris Carson out of the backfield, 10 yards on a short pass, and that's 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to salt this game away. Coach Dennis Crowley's gotten real aggressive, moving this team right down the field on the arm of Russell Wilson. This time it's a run, though, and a 4-yard off-tackle run to Carlos Hyde. And it's 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line of the Saints. And with 8:06 to go, and there's a 7-yard pass, 1st and goal at the 4. We are down to 7:30 to go in this one. And I think the Saints need to make this goal line stand here to have a chance. Down 17-0. Defense gets his run. Short pass. And that's into the end zone. Touchdown, Greg Olsen. The Seahawks get into the end zone again. And at the 7:12 mark of the 4th quarter, they have opened up a commanding 24-0 lead over the Saints. And the Seattle fans have got to be getting pretty excited because not only are they looking like they're on the verge of going to the AFC Championship game, but they'll be hosting it in Seattle as the wild card Rams beat the Packers earlier tonight to advance to the NFC title game. First and 10 now for the Saints at their own 25. It's off tackle Latavius Murray and just a 2-yard gain on wrong on his card. So not what he's looking for, obviously. Second and 8. Alvin Kamara was hurt earlier in this game, and maybe a good time to mention some pretty key injuries that played a role in things, not working out so far here for the Saints. We already alluded to offensive lineman Ryan Ramczyk being out of this game. He's a 7 pass blocker and a 6 run blocker, and his replacement gave up 2 sacks. Also missing Trey Hendrickson. That's his only star blitzer. Janoris Jenkins, a good cornerback. Being fair to the Seahawks, I know they were without Jamal Adams, and I think will be as well in the championship game. Yes, one more week. Here's an off-tackle run, and Latavius Murray 2 yards again. We're down to 4.5 minutes. But we just got a little addition to the time clock. 5:06 left to go here in this one. Those of you that have watched some of our broadcasts know how that time clock can trick me up sometimes. And there's a 4-yard flat pass to Latavius Murray, and it's 3rd down and 4 on the midfield stripe. Pretty much playing out the string here. Seahawks up 24-0, off tackle run, and a first down run of 7 yards for Latavius Murray. First and 10 at the 43 of Seattle. And there's a sideline pass to Traquan Smith and a pickup of 6 yards on the quarterback card. Brees 20 of 28 in this game. It's not like his percentage is that bad, but only 169 yards passing. Here's a deep ball, and it's incomplete. Brees on his card. So 3rd down and 4 at the Seattle 37. Off tackle Latavius Murray, and he's got his number. That's a short gain. That'll convert the 3rd down. 15 yards down to the 22. There's a deep pass to Jared Cook, and he's got it. That's a touchdown. Defender, extra 34, and Jared Cook gets into the end zone. And at the 2:24 mark of the 4th quarter, the Saints finally crack the scoreboard. They're going to go for 2. And if they can get these 2-point conversions, they basically need 3 touchdowns. Blocking back formation, 4-2-5 blitz shown by the Seahawks. They're guessing run, but it's a short pass. Traquan Smith, and he's got it. That's a 2-point conversion. That'll make the score 24-8. Here's the onside kick, and that's going to be recovered by the Seahawks on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, and they'll start running clock. All right, I'm just getting a message ready for our coaches to invite them in. Saints are using a timeout. Coach Dan Sir hasn't given up on this one. Geno Smith taking a knee here for the Seahawks. And another timeout. Let's take a look at the stats here. I'm kind of curious. So Carlos Hyde ended up with 15 carries, 49 yards as of right now, and 10 for 41 for Chris Carson. And I think he was probably holding Carson just in case he needed him later in the game. Wow, Tyler Lockett, 4 catches for 153 yards in this one. After that 68-yarder, that's a big play. Just one turnover each. Yeah, just had trouble getting that offense to fire a little bit till it was too late. Here's a deep ball. Flushed out of the pocket. Let's see here. 6 yards. Saints are out of timeouts, so this is going to be wrapping up pretty quick. A disappointing loss, I'm sure, for Coach Dan Sir. But, I mean, who are we kidding? There's never any shame in losing to Dennis Crowley, 4-time champion in this league. I can speak from experience. I've lost a couple of big games to Dennis. And I don't recall winning any, for whatever that's worth. 37 seconds left in this one. So in the AFC, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, my Kansas City Chiefs, traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, coached by Peter Shibley. Congratulations to Peter on his win tonight. And in the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks, by virtue of this win here over the Saints, will host the Los Angeles Rams in a divisional showdown for the NFC Championship game. Down to 15 seconds left in this one. So we're down to the final 4 teams of the USFFL playoffs as well as the USFFL Coach of the Year. The season flew by for us. And there we go. Geno Smith takes a knee, and that should do it. The game is over. Your final score from Seattle. The Seahawks treat the home fans to a big win, 24-8 over the Saints. And they advance to the NFC Championship game, as we mentioned before. Coaches congratulating each other on a good game. Got a feel for Coach Sir there. That's a tough way to lose. I've been through those games where just the whole game is a slog to try to get anything going offensively. Yep. Let's see here. Give it just a little bit. Coach of the Year matchups should be the Falcons should be hosting. Oh gosh, I can't remember right now. Still, well, it's not there, so I'm not sure where that is. And looks like we'll have Dennis popping on. I'll close the game. I don't need to see the stats, I guess. And there he is. Dennis Crowley, how we doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right, man. Congratulations on your win. A big win against the Saints, man.
Yeah, I haven't played them this year, but they knocked me out of the playoffs last year, so I know how tough they can be.
Yeah, no doubt. What'd you think about the game?
Just one of those games where everything goes against one coach or goes for the other coach.
Yeah.
All those sacks and fumbles. Although I knew going in that was going to be something that I planned to do was put the pressure on with Ram check out and Cesar Ruiz not quite doing what he's probably capable of. But I got lucky on those bombs, hit him at the right time.
Yeah.
Fumbles on the even when he didn't. It was a 3 out of 1,000 chance for Kamara fumbles it. So just one of those games. What can you do?
Yeah.
I've been on the other side of that.
Yeah. Listen, we all have. I know I've had games. I remember several against New England where every time I can't get anything going. That defense is stymieing, and you have the same effect on people defensively. Sometimes just kind of shutting them down, and you did that to the Saints here. You both had a good run defense, carded wise, and it really seemed to kind of play an impact on the game. I also noticed that you were running a lot more Hyde than Carson. Was that kind of precautionary, being judicious, saving carries just in case, or?
Well, Carson only has 14 unfatigued carries, so it's not like.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought he was. I thought he was the primary.
Well, he is, but he only had 140 carries last year. I think.
Wow.
Hyde, he got hurt, and then Hyde got like 114 or something like that. So I always have to share him. I always have to share carries with him. So that wasn't anything out of the unusual. Let me look at the computer manager to tell you for sure. But yeah, I usually have about 14 for Carson before he gets fatigue. He had 141 and 81 only for Carlos Hyde. He hits fatigue after about 12. So, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just curious about that. I was like, well, maybe he's saving some of those carries because, I know I do that sometimes. So I just thought I'd ask that question. And you're right. You did have some luck on a couple of those long passes, especially that Tyler Lockett one. And then you had there was a big personal foul. Was it on fourth down or third down?
I don't know about. I think it was third down, but it was no. There was it was like a holding call, so it was third and something, and I got like to where it would have been 4th and 3, but he accepted the penalty to make it 3rd and 13.
Yes.
Then on the resulting play, I got like close to the first down and then a penalty on top of that or something like that.
So, I thought at the time, I would have taken the 4th and 3, just knowing that A, you might punt.
Right.
And B, if you don't, I get the chance to take the ball at the 43-ish, and so I thought he might do that, but he chose to back you up, and I'm not necessarily going to question that. I also was kind of surprised. I don't know what you thought, but when he was down near your goal line, and he had a field goal. I think it was 4th and goal at the 4, and he's down 17-0. Had a field goal opportunity. I kind of thought I'd take the 3. I hate to take the 3, but
yeah, you got to make it
2 scores.
Yeah, you want to have that chance for a miracle comeback, and by going for it, if you don't get it, then you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
And that was another one where, I had been calling pass, but on that one I called run, and if it would have called pass, it would have been a touchdown. But instead, it was like stopped at the 1, and then right away bombed a Lockett to get out of the hole, so that it's like midfield again or something like that.
Wow.
So
Did you have? There was another tough decision. Did you happen to see the end of the game of the Packers and Rams?
no,
I don't want to spoil it for you if you were
no, I
watching.
did. No, I did see the result, but
Yeah,
I,
so
like it was like stuck on my screen on 4th and 1, a run call with 2 guys in the zone. I don't know what the result was though, because my screen
yeah,
kind of
so it was
froze.
4th and 3, and it was the Packers are down by 1, and there's only like a minute left, and they only have one timeout. So it's 4th down, whether they go for it or kick it. If they don't make it, the game's going to be over because the Rams are going to run out the clock. But
Right.
they can go for it or not. The field goal from where he was 2 to 6 and 12
Mm,
at the 33-yard line. But if he gets a variable field goal of just +1, it goes to a 2 through 10.
right.
So it's a much bigger. So you're still without the
Probably
variable.
like a 65% or 60% chance to make it if you
That's what I
factor all that in.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but he chose to go for it, and against a tough Rams defense, and then Coach Shoemaker made it more difficult for him by double teaming the right receiver, and so yeah, that was the one good thing. If you got to play so big right at the end of the game, and it's going to be what determines it, at
Hold
least
on,
it went.
hold
At
on
least it
one,
wasn't dice. It went to a good call, you know.
hold on 1 second. Somebody's calling me.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Let's see here. I'm going to come out of full screen and let's pull this up while he's doing that. And Seahawks are going to advance here. What the heck? We'll expand this out a little bit. So there you go. There's your final four, folks. Chiefs at Steelers and Rams at Seahawks for what will be their third matchup of the year. Hard to believe that it's all come down to 4 teams already. It happened so fast. We'll give Dennis a little bit longer here. Still want to find the coach of the year. I didn't see the game summary. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I guess I could, now that I think about it, I could find that here, of course. What am I thinking? So, Falcons and Eagles, Cowboys, and I'm trying. Gosh, why can't I not remember who won that game right now? Doggone it!
Sorry about that. It's my sister-in-law. She had her purse stolen today, so
That's too bad.
I was, she wants me to help her put a, lock on her account or something like that. So
Sure.
I'm gonna go off and do that. But
Okay. Well, congratulations on the win, buddy, and I guess good luck against the Rams in your third tilt coming up next week.
sounds good. That's gonna be, yeah, the rubber match. So we'll
Yeah.
see how was there any injuries in that game?
Uh,
Yeah, nefariously.
no, not yeah. He casually asks. I don't recall any big injuries. We'll have to see what the thing comes out, but I don't recall anything that struck me as, oh wow, look at that. So you can
Okay.
expect Aaron Donald to be knocking on your door one way or another.
Yeah, I was having dinner and stuff. I didn't get to watch the game, so I'll go watch the broadcast, and it should be fun.
All right, buddy. It's good to talk to you. Have a good one. All right.
All right, take care.
You bet. Bye. And that's it, folks. We're wrapped up for tonight. Your triple cast of playoff football is over, and the AFC and NFC championship games loom on the horizon. We'll see you then.